Hello everyone, Dr. Maya Patel here. Today, we're going to dive deep into a topic that causes a lot of confusion, especially for those dealing with insulin resistance, pre-diabetes, or full-blown type 2 diabetes. We're talking about grains. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Dr. Patel, aren't all grains bad? Don't they all spike your blood sugar? And you're right to be cautious. Many of the refined grains that fill our supermarket shelves, the white bread, the white rice, the pasta, are metabolic disasters. They hit your system like a sugar bomb, forcing your pancreas to work overtime pumping out insulin. But what if I told you there's a whole category of grains that behave very differently in your body? That's what we're exploring today. The top 10 low glycemic grains that can actually be part of a healthy strategy to manage and even help reverse the effects of high blood sugar. So, what is this crucial factor that separates the good from the bad? It's called the glycemic index, or GI. Think of the glycemic index as a rating system for carbohydrates on a scale of 0 to 100. It measures how quickly a specific food causes your blood glucose levels to rise after you eat it. Pure glucose is the benchmark, with a GI of 100. Foods with a high GI, let's say 70 or above, are rapidly digested and absorbed, causing a dramatic and fast spike in your blood sugar. This is the roller coaster you want to avoid. It leads to energy crashes, cravings, and over time contributes significantly to insulin resistance. Low GI foods, on the other hand, are the key. These are foods with a GI of 55 or less. They are digested slowly, leading to a much smaller, gentler rise in blood sugar and insulin levels. This is the stable foundation you want for your metabolic health. Understanding the GI is not just an academic exercise, it's a powerful and practical tool for taking back control of your health. When you consistently choose low GI foods, you are fundamentally changing the hormonal signals in your body. You're telling your pancreas it doesn't need to panic and release a flood of insulin. You're preventing the dangerous highs and subsequent hypoglycemic lows that leave you feeling tired and reaching for more sugar. For anyone with diabetes, this is paramount. It means less reliance on medication, better A1C levels, and a significant reduction in the long-term complications associated with this condition, like nerve damage, kidney problems, and cardiovascular disease. It's about creating a stable internal environment where your body can start to heal. In this video, we are going to go through a carefully selected list of 10 incredible grains. For each one, I'll break down the specifics. We'll look at its glycemic index values so you know exactly where it stands. We'll explore its unique nutritional profile, the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals that make it a powerhouse. I'll also give you a direct comparison to a common high GI grain so you can see the dramatic difference and understand what you're swapping out. And finally, we will discuss practical culinary uses, showing you how to easily incorporate these grains into delicious meals like soups, salads, and even pilafs. This is about giving you the knowledge and the tools to make intelligent choices for your health. Let's get started. Barley, an ancient grain, has nourished civilizations for thousands of years. Its low glycemic index, around 28, is due to its high fiber content, specifically beta-glucan. This soluble fiber forms a gel in your gut, slowing carbohydrate digestion and absorption. This makes barley a great choice for blood sugar control, preventing sharp glucose spikes. Instead, you get a slow, steady release of sugar into the bloodstream. Barley is also nutrient-dense, providing essential minerals often lacking in modern diets. Compared to white rice, a metabolic nightmare with a high GI, barley offers a complete metabolic shift. Swapping white rice for barley is an impactful dietary change. Enjoy barley in soups and stews for a creamy, filling, low-glycemic meal. Barley also makes a base for hearty salads. Choose between hulled barley, a more nutritious whole grain, and pearled barley, which cooks faster. Remember to use barley as a replacement for high glycemic foods. Every swap is a step towards better blood sugar control. Coming in at number 2 on our list is Bulgur. Bulgur is a whole wheat product that has been cracked, par-cooked, and then dried, making it incredibly convenient. It helps maintain its impressive nutritional profile and low glycemic index. The GI of Bulgur typically sits around 48, placing it firmly in the low GI category. It's also a significant source of plant-based protein, which is vital for so many bodily functions. Furthermore, Bulgur is a treasure trove of essential minerals that are critical for metabolic health. It's particularly rich in magnesium. Now let's compare Bulgur to white bread. Replace the idea of that bread with a serving of Bulgur with its GI of 48. One of the best things about Bulgur is its sheer convenience and versatility in the kitchen. You can simply pour boiling water over it, cover the bowl, and let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes until the water is absorbed, and the grains are tender. The most famous use for bulgur is the classic Middle Eastern salad, tabbouleh. It's also an excellent substitute for rice in pilafs. Think of bulgur as your healthy, fast-cooking secret weapon. Let's talk about quinoa, often called a superfood. It has a moderate glycemic index, around 53. The fiber, fat, and protein content buffer sugar absorption. Quinoa is a complete protein, rare in the plant kingdom, containing all 9 essential amino acids. This slows digestion, preventing glucose spikes. Eating quinoa provides sustained energy, preventing blood sugar roller coasters. Compared to couscous, quinoa is a substantial upgrade. Use it as a base for salads or breakfast bowls. Combine with vegetables, healthy fats, and protein for a blood sugar-friendly meal. Always rinse quinoa before cooking to remove its bitter coating. Cook it like rice, or in bone broth for added nutrients. Use quinoa to replace less healthy carbs, boosting protein and fiber intake. It's a powerful tool for blood sugar control and metabolic health. Let's move on to buckwheat, which is actually not a grain at all. It's a pseudo-cereal, related to rhubarb and sorrel. Buckwheat has a low glycemic index, making it an excellent choice for stable blood sugar. It's also rich in magnesium, a critical mineral for glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Buckwheat is an excellent source of soluble fiber, slowing sugar absorption and preventing post-meal glucose spikes. Compared to white flour, buckwheat flour retains its fiber and rich mineral profile. Swapping white flour for buckwheat flour is an impactful dietary change. Make buckwheat pancakes, rich in protein, fiber, and magnesium. Use soba noodles, a healthier alternative to refined wheat pasta. Enjoy whole buckwheat groats, or kasha, as a substitute for rice. These swaps reduce the glycemic load of your diet while increasing fiber, magnesium, and essential nutrients. It's about making smarter, more nutrient-dense choices for better insulin sensitivity and long-term health. Now we come to a very familiar food, oats. But we need to be extremely specific about the type of oats we're talking about. When managed correctly, oats can be a fantastic tool for diabetes, primarily because of their low glycemic index, which is typically around 55. The key to unlocking the benefits of oats lies in their unique type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This isn't just any fiber. Beta-glucan is a powerhouse when it comes to metabolic health. When you eat oats, this beta-glucan fiber mixes with water in your gut to form a thick, viscous gel. This gel has several profound effects on your body. First, this gel physically slows down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates in your meal. Imagine it as a net that traps the sugar molecules, releasing them slowly and steadily into your bloodstream over a much longer period. This is exactly what we want. It prevents the sudden, sharp spike in blood glucose that overworks your pancreas and worsens insulin resistance. This slow-release mechanism not only helps manage blood sugar after a meal, but also contributes to a feeling of fullness and satiety, which can help with weight management by reducing overall calorie intake throughout the day. It's a powerful appetite suppressant. The benefits of beta-glucan extend beyond just slowing sugar absorption. It has been shown to have a direct positive effect on cholesterol levels. The gel it forms in the gut can bind to cholesterol-rich bile acids, preventing them from being reabsorbed into the body. Your liver then has to pull cholesterol from your blood to make new bile acids, which effectively lowers your LDL or bad cholesterol levels. For many people with type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol is a common comorbidity, so oats offer a 2-for-1 benefit, addressing both blood sugar and cardiovascular risk factors simultaneously. However, and this is the most important point, not all oats are created equal. The processing of oats dramatically affects their glycemic index and health benefits. We must avoid instant oats. Instant oats have been pre-cooked, dried, and rolled very thin so they cook quickly. This process breaks down the starches and removes much of the beneficial fiber structure. As a result, they are digested very rapidly, causing a blood sugar spike that is not much better than eating a sugary cereal. To get the full benefits of beta-glucan, you must choose steel-cut oats or thick-rolled oats. These are minimally processed, keeping the grain structure and fiber intact, which is essential for that slow, controlled release of energy. So, knowing that we need to choose steel-cut or thick-rolled oats, how should we prepare them to maximize their benefits? The classic preparation is porridge, or oatmeal. Cooking steel-cut oats takes longer, about 20 to 30 minutes, but it's well worth the effort for the health benefits. The key is what you don't add. Never add sugar, brown sugar, maple syrup, or honey to your oatmeal. This completely negates the low glycemic benefit of the oats themselves. Instead, focus on adding healthy fats, fiber, and protein to make it a complete blood sugar stabilizing meal that will keep you full for hours. A perfect bowl of oatmeal for someone with diabetes would start with a base of cooked steel-cut oats. Then, you would add a tablespoon of chia seeds or ground flax seeds for extra fiber and omega-3 fats. Add a handful of walnuts or pecans for healthy fats and protein. A sprinkle of cinnamon is also a great addition, as cinnamon itself has been shown to help improve insulin sensitivity. For a little sweetness, you can add a small handful of low glycemic berries, like raspberries or blueberries. This combination turns a simple bowl of oats into a nutritional powerhouse that supports your metabolic health. Beyond porridge, oats can be a fantastic ingredient in baking. You can use rolled oats or oat flour to replace refined white flour in recipes for muffins, cookies, or bread. When you use whole oats, you're adding that crucial beta-glucan fiber into your baked goods, lowering their overall glycemic index and making them much more blood sugar friendly. You can make savory oat muffins with cheese and herbs, or create a healthy crumble topping for baked fruit using oats, nuts, and a little bit of butter or coconut oil instead of a sugary, flour-based topping. This allows you to enjoy treats without derailing your health goals. The main takeaway for oats is to be a discerning consumer. Always choose the least processed version available. Steel cut is best, followed by thick rolled oats, and always prepare them with healthy additions, not sugary ones. Think of your bowl of oatmeal not as a sweet treat, but as a vehicle for delivering healthy fats, protein, and more fiber. By following these principles, you can harness the incredible power of beta-glucan fiber to help manage your blood sugar, improve your cholesterol, and keep you feeling full and satisfied. Oats can be a true friend to your metabolism, but only when you choose and prepare them correctly. Let's talk about farro, an ancient grain making a comeback. It has a remarkably low glycemic index, causing a slow, gradual rise in blood glucose levels. This is due to its incredible fiber content, a complex network of soluble and insoluble fibers. High fiber content is fantastic for your digestive system. Farro is also a nutritional powerhouse when it comes to protein and essential minerals. It's exceptionally rich in iron, crucial for creating hemoglobin. Farro is loaded with magnesium, improving insulin sensitivity. It's also packed with B vitamins, essential for converting food into usable energy. Let's compare farro to white pasta. Farro is a whole grain, retaining its bran and germ. Choosing farro over white pasta is a profound upgrade to your meal. One way to use it is as a base for a hearty grain bowl. You can use farro to create a farotto. It also works beautifully in soups and stews. Coming in at number 7 is Freekeh, Freekeh. This ancient grain from the Middle East is harvested young and then roasted, giving it a unique smoky flavor. It's also incredibly nutritious. Freekeh has a low glycemic index and is packed with prebiotic fiber, which feeds your beneficial gut bacteria. It's also high in protein, important for satiety and muscle mass. Plus, Freekeh is a great source of essential minerals like iron, zinc, and manganese. Compared to white rice, a refined carbohydrate, Freekeh is a nutritional powerhouse. It boasts more fiber and nearly double the protein. Freekeh is easy to cook and has a unique savory flavor. Enjoy it in a pilaf with sautéed vegetables, in soups for added texture and flavor, or as a base for salads. The possibilities are endless. Moving on to number 8 on our list, we have millet. Now, many people in the West think of millet as birdseed, and that's a huge misconception. This is an ancient gluten-free grain, technically a seed, that has been a staple food for thousands of years in parts of Asia and Africa. And there's a good reason for that. Millet has a low glycemic index, typically around 54, which places it firmly in the low GI category. It's a complex carbohydrate that digests slowly, providing a steady stream of energy without causing those dangerous spikes in blood sugar that we are always trying to avoid. This makes it an excellent choice for anyone with diabetes or insulin resistance. One of the standout features of millet is its incredibly high magnesium content. I cannot overstate the importance of magnesium for metabolic health. It is a cofactor in hundreds of bodily processes, but it is particularly crucial for glucose metabolism and insulin function. Magnesium helps the insulin receptors on your cells become more sensitive, which means your body needs to produce less insulin to get glucose into the cells. Most people are chronically deficient in magnesium due to depleted soils and poor dietary choices. Incorporating magnesium-rich foods like millet is a powerful, natural way to improve your insulin sensitivity and support your overall metabolic function. Millet is also an excellent source of phosphorus. Phosphorus is the second most abundant mineral in the body after calcium, and it plays a vital role in building strong bones and teeth. But its role goes far beyond that. phosphorus is a key component of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, which is the primary energy currency of your cells. Without adequate phosphorus, your body simply cannot produce energy efficiently. It's also a critical part of cell membranes and nucleic acids like DNA and RNA. So when you're eating millet, you're not just managing blood sugar, you're providing the fundamental building blocks your body needs for energy production and cellular repair. Furthermore, millet is naturally alkaline forming in the body. Many grains and processed foods are acid forming, which can contribute to a state of low-grade chronic inflammation over time. An alkaline forming food like millet can help to balance your body's pH, creating a less inflammatory internal environment. It's also very easy to digest and is considered one of the least allergenic grains available, making it a great option for people with sensitive digestive systems or gluten intolerance. The combination of being alkaline, easy to digest, and packed with fiber makes it incredibly beneficial for soothing and supporting the entire gastrointestinal tract. Let's do a comparison. Let's put millet up against another common gluten-free grain, cornmeal. While cornmeal can be part of a healthy diet if it's whole grain, it generally has a higher glycemic index than millet, often in the mid-60s. This means it will raise your blood sugar more quickly. Furthermore, corn is one of the most genetically modified crops on the planet, and it's often heavily sprayed with pesticides like glyphosate, which can have detrimental effects on your gut microbiome and overall health. Many people also have sensitivities or allergies to corn without even realizing it. It can be quite inflammatory for a significant portion of the population. Millet, on the other hand, is a much safer and metabolically friendly choice. Its lower glycemic index means a gentler impact on your blood sugar levels. It's not a common allergen, and it's rarely genetically modified, making it a cleaner option. When you choose millet over cornmeal for things like porridge or polenta-style dishes, you are choosing a food that is less likely to cause an inflammatory response and is more supportive of stable blood sugar. You're also getting a superior nutrient profile, particularly when it comes to that all-important mineral, magnesium, which is so critical for insulin sensitivity. It's a simple swap that can yield significant health benefits. So, how can you bring millet into your kitchen? It's incredibly versatile and can be used in both sweet and savory dishes. One of the most common ways to prepare it is as a porridge, similar to oatmeal. You simply cook the millet with water or an unsweetened nut milk until it's soft and creamy. You can then add some healthy fats like chia seeds or walnuts, a sprinkle of cinnamon, which also helps with blood sugar control, and maybe some low GI berries. This makes for a fantastic gluten-free, blood sugar-friendly breakfast that will keep you full and energized all morning long without the crash. On the savory side, millet can be used as a wonderful substitute for rice or couscous. Once cooked, it becomes light and fluffy, making it a perfect bed for stews, curries, or grilled vegetables and protein. You can also use millet flour to make gluten-free flatbreads or use it as a binder in veggie burgers. Another great way to use it is to make a creamy polenta-style dish. Just cook it with a bit more liquid and stir it until it's thick and creamy, then top it with sautéed mushrooms or a healthy tomato sauce. Its mild, slightly sweet flavor makes it a perfect canvas for a wide variety of flavors. Let's talk about amaranth, a truly ancient grain making a comeback. It's a pseudo-cereal with a very low glycemic index, around 35. This means it releases glucose slowly, avoiding sharp spikes, critical for managing diabetes. Its high fiber content, both soluble and insoluble, slows sugar absorption. Compared to white rice, a metabolic disaster with a high glycemic index, amaranth retains its full nutritional profile. Amaranth is a nutritional powerhouse, high in protein, which helps control blood sugar and reduce overeating. Uniquely, it's a complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids, including lysine. It's also a significant plant-based source of calcium, vital for bones, nerves, and muscles. Amaranth can be cooked into a creamy porridge perfect with cinnamon, berries, and nuts. It's also great for baking, especially when combined with other low-carb flours. And finally, we've arrived at number 10, teff. This ancient grain, a staple in Ethiopian cuisine, is a superstar for metabolic health. Teff has a low glycemic index and load due to its high fiber and nutrient density, minimizing blood sugar impact. A significant portion of teff's carbs comes from resistant starch, feeding beneficial gut bacteria and improving insulin sensitivity. Teff flour, unlike refined white flour, is a whole grain, rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Resistant starch produces beneficial short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, improving gut health and insulin sensitivity. Teff is also an iron powerhouse, loaded with calcium and magnesium, crucial for glucose metabolism. The most famous use of teff is injera, but it's versatile. Use it in porridge or baking. Experiment with teff to add nutrition and variety to your meals. So there you have it. We've gone through 10 incredible low glycemic grains and pseudo-cereals that can be powerful allies in your journey to manage diabetes and improve your overall metabolic health. The key takeaway from all of this is that you don't have to eliminate all carbohydrates from your diet. The real secret is to be incredibly selective about the type of carbohydrates you consume. By choosing whole, unprocessed, high-fiber grains like barley, freekeh, teff, and amaranth, you are providing your body with slow-release energy that keeps your blood sugar and, most importantly, your insulin levels stable and low. This is the fundamental principle for reversing insulin resistance and taking back control of your health. The benefits are truly profound. When you swap out refined grains like white rice, white bread, and white pasta for these nutrient-dense alternatives, you're doing so much more than just managing blood sugar. You're flooding your body with essential vitamins, minerals like magnesium and iron, and powerful antioxidants. You are nourishing your gut microbiome with prebiotic fibers and resistant starch, which has a ripple effect on your immune system, your inflammation levels, and even your mood. This is a holistic approach. It's about creating a body that is resilient and functions the way it was designed to, rather than just treating the symptoms of a poor diet. I want to encourage you to not just listen to this information, but to actively apply it. Don't be intimidated by these grains if they're new to you. Start small. Pick one grain from this list that sounded interesting. Maybe it's the nutty farro for a risotto or the creamy amaranth for a breakfast porridge. And try incorporating it into one of your meals this week. Notice how you feel. Notice how it keeps you full and satisfied for longer. Small, consistent changes are what lead to massive long-term results. Your health is in your hands, and every single meal is an opportunity to make a choice that moves you in the right direction. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this information valuable and empowering. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel reach more people who need to hear this message. And make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know which of these low GI grains is your favorite, or share a recipe idea you're excited to try. Your journey to health is important and knowledge is the key. Stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.